So over the past few years, a social media platform has consumed our lives, but it's also allowed us to create and showcase content in a way that we never had previously. It has transformed the way people show images and video and the way that people can showcase their creative skills online. It's called Instagram. Everyone will complain about how the algorithm is changed or is changing all the time, but that is the nature of these social media platforms. It's not going to change for you, it's going to change for them. And I think the main thing you need to realize with any of these social media apps is that you don't pay anything to use these apps. This is something that's always stuck in my mind, is that they're giving these apps to you for free. Whereas in the beginning, when it started, it was predominantly a photo sharing app and you could reach so many more people. But then as the platform has become more and more saturated with users, and it's not going to be like it was, and it hasn't been that way for a long time now. I think people began to notice changes in the platform in around 2017. And now it's 2022. Instagram are going to do what they like, and if they want you to pay to boost your post, they're going to promote that. Ultimately, it's Instagram's choice what happens, not yours. But you can take advantage of if you like a bad situation and just work on the content and work on engaging with your followers. There's many tools available to you to reach more people with the stories, the polls, the questions. There's so many different features that they've included, and now with the Reels, there's opportunity to reach more people. Slight differences here and there, and slight changes maybe to the way that you go about the way you post on the app. Now, this for me is probably the biggest factor of this app and the journey that I've had on this platform since 2014. I started posting with the intent of growing an audience. I think I had something like 367 followers towards the end of 2014. So I'd amassed a really small audience. I met people and I networked and I took part in hashtag related things that would go on every single day, and I just grew my audience mainly in London. The community there was growing. You just meet lots of people, but then also the connections that you would gain with people outside of where you are from. And that, I think, is the main thing with this app. Like, there's people that I will speak to that I may have met since or not yet met, but I'll speak to people on the other side of the world. The community that you can grow just through this app and how you can network. A lot of the friendships that I've made, the people that I've met, the places I've been, the things I've done, has been down to Instagram and the fact that it's such an amazing way to connect with people from all over different parts of the world. And that's literally what's happened with me many times. And so you need to be taking advantage of that if you want to meet new people and experience new things. Like, that part of the app will never die. I think what I find with this is that you endlessly scroll this app. Now, it can be when you're on the toilet and you're having a shit, but when you should be working maybe and it comes as a distraction, or divert your attention from what you should be doing. So that is definitely a bad thing about this app, but again, it's all in your control. Tying back to the algorithm, they almost make it this way so that you are drawn in. Now with Reels, where the explore page and even your own homepage at times can be filled with content that you're not necessarily following, but they want you to see. And that all leads to the addictive part and just seeing things on your screen that you think you want to see and you think it's going to give you fulfillment. And it can get in the way, like, massively. And I think that's why Instagram introduced screen time feature where you can actually change the amount of time on the app. But again, it's all in your control because you can just turn that off. Even if you set it, you can turn it off. Just as the connection aspect is great, the inspiration thing is also really good, because if you're stuck in a sort of creative rut, you're out of ideas basically, then the inspiration thing can be huge, because whereas jumping on trends or seeing things that you like-minded photographers or people that you know might just spark something in your brain that makes you think, fuck yeah, you know what, I actually want to shoot something like that. It might be a similar idea to something that you've had in your mind for a while and just give you the extra push to go out and actually shoot that or create that content. It can inspire you to get on with something that you should have done a long time ago maybe. But then also it's a double-edged sword, because it can have an effect on you. And I think this ties in a bit more with the addiction side of it, where you can be left uninspired because some people can be affected by seeing something great and thinking, fuck, like, I'm not as good as that person, or I can't do that, which is absolute BS, because you can do. You should always try and never think you're not good enough. But I think it can have an effect on people. Even with me, I've been left uninspired before and in the past thinking, I'm not doing great here, am I? Because look at this amazing content that I'm seeing. But then also, you shouldn't let it make
make you feel that way. You should just be pumped if you've seen something that's pretty cool and sort of sparks an idea in your head. You should go and do that and not be left feeling uninspired. So we had algorithm, connections, addiction, and inspiration. Now, I think that on the whole, it's still a very good app to be part of. There is still no better platform to reach out and connect with like-minded people. You should fully utilize all the tools on there to expand your community and expand your circle. The whole world basically is available to you out there on Instagram. So you should definitely take advantage of that. If you're new to photography, new to video, new to whatever it is you do in the creative space or anything, if you want to seek some sort of community, Instagram is still the best place for that, in my opinion. So I fully recommend utilizing the DM, searching hashtags relating to your niche, and just going out there and connecting with people, commenting on their posts, leave them a like, save it, share it. I think it's definitely still very much a thing that's worth doing. Connect, reach out, you never know what might happen. So yeah, definitely do that. Create the stuff you want to make. You will then gain some sort of audience alongside posting content that you want to post. Don't be driven to post things and do things you don't want to do. That's a mistake that I see a lot of people making, and I think it ultimately leads to burnout and leaves you feeling very uninspired. I myself have been in this situation, so it's definitely worthwhile sticking to what you want to do on the app, posting things that you want to post, and just going about it in a way that is good for you and makes you feel good. Don't do it for other people. Don't let it consume you. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like I said already, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you wish, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.